Hey everyone, Tenja here. Since Blizzard has incorporated time walking into the vault, this gives me opportunities on alt characters to use this feature. With my alts I don't do a lot, but I do like to do time walking on them. So I've been making sure I hit time walking with some of my alts. This time around I did all 12 of my warriors to see if I could fill out some of their equipment slots with items from the vault this week. So let's take a look and see how I did. So my first character up this week is Tenja, and what I'm after for him are some trinkets. And since it looks like I've got two of them, Pip's Emerald Friendship Badge or the Cataclysmic Signet brand, I think I'll go with Pip's trinket, and maybe next week the other one will be available. Up next is my alt Thor, and he got a ring this week. Since I already have my ring slots filled, I'll just take a couple tokens, and I'll hold on to them in case I decide to use them later on. The next warrior on my list is Cullen, and we get another ring this time, but at least I can use this to replace an item level 421 ring. I would have preferred getting an armor piece that I'm missing, just because they're a little harder to get, but this isn't too bad. And here we have Nalik, another warrior of mine, and he got a pair of gloves, which aren't too bad because I can take them over to the Catalyst and make them into tier gloves. The only disappointment is you can buy gloves off the vendor in the Emerald Dream, so I really would have liked a different piece of armor, or maybe even a trinket, but it is an item I can still use. Next up is Stroy. He's my Mechanome warrior, and this week for him it looks like I'm gonna get a chest piece. The only disappointment is I already have a chest piece, so I'll just take 2 tokens and I'll hang on to them. Maybe I'll use them at a later date, or maybe I'll just turn them in for gold after I get a nice collection of them. My next warrior is Zahn. His vault item this week is a pair of shoulders, which is pretty good because he needs a pair of shoulders. And I can take these over to the Catalyst and upgrade them to LFR tier. I'm pretty happy with this vault opening. So this is my last Alliance warrior, and his name's Boris, and dang, 2 sets of shoulders in a row. Again, they're not tier, but I can take them over to the Catalyst and upgrade them to tier, so I'm very happy with what I got here. So this is Uther, and he is my oldest Horde character. I kinda consider him my main on the Horde side, and it looks like his vault's gonna offer a ring this week. I already have 2 item level appropriate ones, so I'll just grab a couple tokens and hang on to them. Next we have an Orc warrior, and his name's Byron. It's a terrible Orc name, but he was originally a Tauren. It seems his vault is going to offer him a trinket this week, the Gore-Crusted Butcher's Block. It doesn't seem like it'll be too bad for an alt character, and he needs trinkets, so this is a good pull. Here's my Mag'har Orc, Zalek, and he got a set of shoulders, but I already have the Arctic Warden's shoulder plates that you get out in the Emerald Dream, and those turn to tier already, so I'll just take a couple tokens, and I'll save them till a later date, maybe turn them in for some gold later on. Up next I have Rasu. He's a Volpera warrior, and it looks like his vault item will be a chest this week. I already have the LFR chest piece, so what I'll do is just take a couple tokens, and I'll save them for later. And if I don't do anything with him, I'll turn him in for gold. Here is my last warrior, Goraku. Well, it looks like my last warrior will get a set of bracers, and these are an item that he can use. They're not the most exciting piece of armor you can get, but I can take them over to the Catalyst and upgrade them, so they're not going to be too bad. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. You can click on subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching it. I'm going to send a hi out to my best friend, and you all take care.